All right, so I got to ask you, do you love pumpkin pie?
Absolutely.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
I drink those.
Okay, check that off. Well, it's pumpkin time. There's so many uses for them that you might not even know about, Todd, beyond those things.
We got them for you now. Well, we don't. Lifestyle and parenting expert Sherri French does. She's here today with some smart ideas on how to use your pumpkins at home in creative and different ways. Hey, Sherri.
Hey, good morning, guys. So you are pumpkin lovers, and I'll tell you, I have memories of my grandma's house with the pumpkin puree in a can. Yuck. Never wanted to touch that. But today I've got a way to show you to make pumpkin puree at home. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay, actually homemade pumpkin puree.
We're listening.
Yep. Okay, I'm all ears. I'll try it.
Okay, you're going to grab a relatively small pumpkin. You're going to cut it in half and get all of that inside goop out. You know, use a spoon, use a knife, whatever you need. You're then going to just get a baking pan. I just use there's my glass Pyrex pan. You're going to, once you have them cut in half, you're actually going to flip them over into that pan with all of the bits outside. There's me clearing it all out. And you want to put them face down in that pan and add a cup of water. And then for about 90 minutes at 225, you're going to bake your pumpkins. When they're out, grab a spoon and you're going to scoop all of the insides out that have now cooked. Put them into your blender, guys. Puree on the go, ready for pancakes, pies, whatever you want. I've kept them actually in freezer bags. So either keep them in your fridge, keep them in your freezer. So whatever you're going to make in that kitchen, including a face mask, you're ready to go. And it smells amazing.
I was saying,
not from a can.
Yeah, I was saying your house must smell pretty good after all that.
You know, in our house, my memory was my mom always baking pumpkin seeds. That was a big deal. And they were always salted.
Yeah.
They were never like the sweet kind. You have a sweet take on this, right?
Yeah, I got sugar and spice. So again, we love also to bake those pumpkin seeds in our house, but it's just the salt. So I've got a little twist on it. You're going to bake your pumpkin seeds like you always would. Let them cool, put them aside. And then in a mixing bowl, you're going to take some sugar, some pumpkin pie spice, as well as the salt, and mix all of those dry ingredients together. So there's me prepping all my seeds, which is probably the biggest pain, right, when you're making pumpkin seeds. Here I am mixing all of those dry ingredients. So again, sugar, pumpkin pie spice, as well as salt. Mix that. You're then going to take all of those pumpkin seeds that you've already baked. You're going to put them into a skillet directly onto your stove, and you're going to add 5 tablespoons of white sugar. And in about 45 seconds, that's actually going to caramelize, make them wet. Pour them into that dry mix, and guys, you're going to have that sugar and spice and a different taste and different spin on those normal pumpkin seeds that you'll bake every year.
That was my question, was how are you going to, after you've baked them, how are you going to get the sugar and spice to stick to it? Now I know, you caramelize them first. That's brilliant. Plus, it's extra sweet.
Yep.
All right, so we have a pumpkin face mask.
Yeah, I actually love this. So I'm a big face mask lover. Just ask my husband. I scare him multiple times during the week. But you can make this at home, because did you know that pumpkins are actually rich in zinc, vitamins A, C, and E? So you're just going to take 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. That will be the exfoliation. You're going to add some of that fresh pumpkin puree that we've just made. And then we're going to do just a little hit of milk. No measurement, just a little drop in, and I'm gonna do this live on air for you. And then you're just gonna mix everything together. And what this does, once this is all mixed, you're gonna put it on your face, rub it on in circular motions. Let me do this live for you. Oh, as I spray myself. Grab a little bit. You're going to rub in a circular motion. Leave this on for about 20 minutes. Again, the smell is amazing, and you really can feel that exfoliation coming from that brown sugar.
I'm not sure I could pull it off just because I have dogs.
I'm saying if you have animals, you're going to feel the exfoliation of their tongue licking your face.
It's going to come up and lick it off
Yeah,
my
avoid
face.
the dogs. Avoid the dogs.
I like pumpkin spice lattes from time to time, but dropping $5-6 for a cup of coffee kind of chaps my hide. Is there any way that we can do this at home?
Yes, and I am not a pumpkin spice latte lover when I go out to buy one, but I'll tell you, I love a homemade one. So you'll see my fancy mug I have today. I've got my Fox 17 Morning Mix mug. Put your coffee in, whatever you're having, espresso, normal coffee. You're then going to take on the stove, you're going to mix a cup of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, teaspoon of your pumpkin spice again, a teaspoon of maple syrup. We love to have a little Canadian ingredient, and another teaspoon of that fresh puree. You're going to get that onto the stove, mix it all together, bring it to just before a boil. And then once you've got that milk ready to go, if you're fancy, I am not, I do not have a milk frother, but you can actually just put it in your blender to get that milk nice and frothy. Pour it on top of that coffee in your mug. And guys, homemade pumpkin spice latte.
Gotta try it.
Boom. There you have
We
it.
have a frother too.
Yeah, you're good to go. And finally, real quick, we have about 30 seconds left, the pumpkin bowls.
Yeah, so this is just a fun thing, you know, for soups, especially for Thanksgiving. Maybe make a soup bowl out of a small pumpkin. So this is super easy. Cut the top off of your pumpkin, get the insides out. You're going to put this on a baking sheet upside down, 30 minutes at 400 degrees, and you can see how this is browned up nice. Whatever soup you're serving, I honestly clearly serve it direct from a can, but you can have a nice hot pumpkin bowl on a beautiful plate, ready to serve your soup from for this Thanksgiving.
That's fancy.
Perfect. Love it. Great idea. All right, thanks so much, Sherri. Awesome ideas today.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. To find all of these hints, head over to Sherri's Instagram @MomHint.
Hey,